Hello there, I am Gifty Anti and welcome to TSP with Gifty Anti. Welcome to TSP with me, Gifty Anti, and today, I don't know if I've ever seen her, grant any interviews or maybe one or two. And today I managed to get, because I'm big sister, I applied my big sister card and it worked. Well, before I introduce my guest today, let me say thank you to Amazing Grace Enterprise for my fabric. They have this new fabric in store. Make sure you get yours as fast as possible. The balloon dress was made for me by Wearframe Pomar. Thank you so much. My hair by Auntie Alice. Makeup by the Glow Bar. Makeup products. Sigma Health and Beauty. My bracelet, beads. It's by Twinny Craft. Thank you so much to them and everybody who makes sure that I look beautiful for this program, because it's a beautiful program and every single person who comes on here is beautiful. So I have to look beautiful as well. Well, she is an entrepreneur. She is slow but sure. In fact, she's a serial entrepreneur. When I knew her, she didn't have a school. Now she has a school. Up to what level, we'll find out. And she is the wife of a politician. She runs a foundation as well. She is a mother. How? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together even as we welcome Mrs. Mary Ewuku. You always look different. I just saw you how many days ago? You look different.
Less than a week.
And today too, you look different. What's that? Is it intentional?
By the grace of God.
And always looking younger.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you. Kindly take your seat.
Thank you.
I'll be back. Welcome back to TSP with me, Gifty Anti. 17 years of holistic empowerment. 17 years of projecting issues affecting women and girls and children in general. 17 years of consistency. 17 years of doing this. Wow. It's been an amazing journey, and we thank God for that. Well, let me say thank you to Verna Mineral Water. Verna has a balanced pH level, low in sodium, has all the minerals that you need in a good drinking water. We also say thank you to Bigo Drinks, House of Food, Auntie Vera, for all your catering needs. Auntie Vera, thank you. We are grateful to eGarden, where we get our natural plants. We are also grateful to Yup Cleaning Services, who make sure our environment is always clean. Thank you to Juice Time, 100% fruit juices. And of course, we are so grateful to Mrs. Oforipoko and the family. Catesville, where every child's dream comes true. I mean, it's amazing. You get there and that child in you comes up, because everything, kids, is there. From birth, actually, start from pregnancy through birth to up to about 7 years, you get everything you need for them. Everything. I mean, everything. Shoes, bag, school bags, school supplies, water bottle, lunch, everything there. You will get it for your kids. You're so grateful to them. Now, my guest today, she is Mrs. Mary Anani Ewuku. She's a woman who wears many hats. Today, I don't know which hat she's wearing, but we'll talk about all the many hats that she wears. Welcome to TSP.
Thank you.
Finally.
Thank you.
I get you here. How are you? How is the school doing?
Very well. We're doing so well.
How did the school come in?
The school was a project work of mine about in 2012, when I was doing my MBA at the University of Ghana Business School.
Okay.
As part of a innovative management course, we were to come up with something very innovative. So either it exists, you are adding, taking out, creating something new, or something totally different. So as a banker then, I was thinking about a system, a school system that could cater for very busy parents. So a mother is working, father working, you need to send your kids to school very early and then probably pick them up a little after 5. Because if you are closing from work, say 5, what time would you drive from work to get to school? Most of the schools within the area where I lived were closing at 3. Latest by 4, you need to pick up your kids.
Right.
So this idea of having a school that would cater for these busy parents came up. So I have a school now that starts at 6 a.m., ready to receive kids as early as 6 a.m., and will do extra hours till 8 p.m.
Whoa.
So classes will end at 3:30, but you can have your kids with us as late as 8 p.m. at no extra charge.
You're kidding.
No extra charge. So because of these hours, we feed breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks. So very convenient for the working class. And this is a gap that was in the education system that I identified 2012. And I put that in practice 2018.
But you had your kids there by then.
I had 2 kids out of the 4 I have now.
Now, okay, yes.
At that time.
You had them, but
Yes.
were you facing that challenge?
Yes, I was. So the project work was done before I got married. So I already had conceived the idea because I was a worker, an aspiring mother.
Okay.
And I noticed a gap in the education system.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes,
so you actually noticed the gap.
Yes.
And did that project work before you even got married.
Exactly.
And had a child.
Yes.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I got married, had 2 kids at that time, and this gap had still not been filled. So as an entrepreneur, I took advantage of this opportunity that someone would see as a problem. I saw it as money.
How many years did it take before you actually put this project work into fruition?
So this was conceived 2012 when I was still in school. And I started in 2018, so about 6 years.
6 years?
Yes.
Before you did that?
Yes.
Did you have any idea that you would implement it? Did you have any plans of implementing it?
So the MBA program was entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So people would go and offer MBA in finance, HR, marketing. Mine was MBA entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So you're being trained to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So definitely someday you would want to become your own boss.
Yes.
I was working in the bank then, but when I decided to resign, these were one of the ideas I decided to birth.
Yes, but what I want to find out is, at the time you did the project work, you had in mind that one day you will implement this.
Yes.
So it was in your plan.
Yes, it was.
And how has it been so far?
It's been fantastic.
How many years now?
7 years
7
down
years
the
now.
line. And if you look at the numbers compared to the numbers or how schools grow, within East Legon, we're one of the last schools to come up within that area. A very busy and competitive area when it comes to international schools. But within 7 years, we've grown over 700 students now. One of the fastest growing Cambridge schools within that vicinity.
Wow.
Yeah.
And up to what level do you have now?
It's up to A level.
Up to A level
yes,
now?
Yes, up to A level. So you finish with Brain Hill, you're going straight to the university. But we currently are not admitting beyond year 10.
Okay.
Year 10.
Okay.
Yes, that's the upper secondary.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of training did you, because, okay, entrepreneur, yes, you're entrepreneur. So yes, you start a business, you chose school. What kind of training did you have to go through personally to run the school? Because you're not a teacher. You're not a trained teacher, are you?
I'm not a trained teacher, but I have lectured in a university before, Bradford University. So I believe that for entrepreneurs...
This woman is of many parts.
I believe that for business, you just need to learn. And we learn every day. You should just have the passion.
What do you lecture at the Bradford University?
Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Who in your family was an entrepreneur?
My mother.
Okay.
Yes. So I got a lot of my training from
her. What was she dealing in?
My mother was a petty trader.
Okay.
Very resilient one. She didn't have much of formal education, but the passion in doing what she was always doing, how she related with her customers. She had a provision shop.
Okay.
Before that, she was selling clothes. We were in Kumasi. That's
Okay.
where we were all born before we moved to Accra.
Okay.
So watching her different businesses, how she dealt with her customers, how she would save to make the business bigger and all that. We learned a lot from her.
So what did you lecture in at Radford?
So I was teaching entrepreneurship. I was
Okay.
working with the business department.
Okay.
So entrepreneurship, a bit of HR,
Okay.
innovative management as well.
For how long?
For 3 years.
For 3 years.
Yes.
Before you started the school.
Before I started the school.
You have a very interesting. Trust me, I had no idea. Had very interesting. Yeah. So, at what point did you meet your husband?
I met my husband when I was doing my undergrad, 2007, when I was contesting for Volta Hall president.
Okay. 18. Oh, okay.
So we're both student politicians. He aspired for SRC president of Legon.
Okay.
And I also aspired for Volta Hall president. So he was part of my campaign team. He trained me with public speaking. He helped me with my manifesto writing. He formed a campaign team for me, literally. And by the grace of God, 2008, I was a Volta Hall president.
And he became the SRC president.
Unfortunately, their time, they couldn't really have a successful election. So there was an appointment. Yes.
So he didn't
yes.
become, but you became,
yes.
he trained you to become Volta Hall.
Yes.
Wow, Mary, I didn't know all this about you. So you actually went into student leadership before he did?
Yes, far back in JHS. Yes.
Far back. Okay, take me back to JHS. Started at JHS. What happened there?
So I've always loved to impact, and my friends used to call me Honampe job. So JHS, I was a grounds prefect.
Okay.
SHS, I was the SRC secretary.
Okay.
And I was for St. Mary's, Coligono. Okay. And I was also the SRC secretary for 9 schools within Greater Accra. Yeah. And I moved to University of Ghana to continue with the Volta Hall president.
So you were actually prepared for this, right? And then I was always looking So you are a politician yourself by your own right.
Yeah, I love to work.
How has it been being the wife of a politician?
Okay, so because we met at a very young age, we're both students. I didn't really see this big picture we have now at that time. I'd say it's about 18 years ago when we met, and we've been friends. We all grew up together. We knew both families. Okay. We're together for about 5 years before we got married. Okay. And so we love what we both do. Mine business mixed with politics, and then his political life is something that I saw coming bit by bit, and so we both grew up loving it. Right. So it's not really coming forward as something too much for me to carry, because we actually prayed towards even something bigger. Right. As we saw these pictures coming up, I pray for his politics, he prays for my business and all. So I think it's a beautiful thing. We all share in each other's glory. Yeah.
But is it as you anticipated?
I think I got a wing of it when we were young from a man of God, what the picture might look like. Right. So yes, and we are even expecting something
But
bigger.
even, living it, where you're the wife of this politician, where everybody, I'll say gravitates towards. They'll come to your home, you'll come to, wherever you are, wherever you go to, all the attention on him and all that, the attacks and everything. Yeah. And this is a calm, very calm. But now, why am I even asking? Because apparently you are a politician by your own right. So you have the thick skin for it.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I look very calm, gentle, but I can endure a lot of pain. And because I was a leader growing up, not just in schools, but even in the family, as a last born, I stand up to do a lot of things that the older ones wouldn't do. I like to take responsibility. I have worked with people and for people.
Right.
So people coming into our home, for me, it's my life. I have been a leader. I have served people. And so it doesn't come to me as too much.
Yeah. You are the last of how many children?
8.
Ha! Today, have you... I'm also the last of 8.
Oh, wow.
And I had a conversation with Angela Dramna Abwaji, also last of 8.
Yeah.
So we kind of... It looks like
8.
the last of 8 today. We
Yeah.
are the Josephs, aren't we?
Yeah.
The 8th boys. We are the Josephs. Oh, that's interesting. So how was the campaign life like for you? Going to the various communities, following him, because I was monitoring, go to places and all that.
Okay, so I always say that Mampong, or his constituency, Kapim North, is my home. I always say my hometown is very far. And so I told them that this is my hometown now. And
where do you come from originally?
Techimentia. In a Hafo region. We have a home there, so we live with them way before we even took the step to campaign.
Right.
And so they are like family to us. And his parents live in Koforidua, not too far from our home in Mampong.
Okay.
So we've been with them, we've been with the community. And I know how passionate he is also about people, being there for people. So if he wants to do this for his own hometown people or his constituency, why not support him? So it was a beautiful experience. This was a much bigger campaign, and we all supported. There were moments where we went with the children, spent time with them, and all. So yes.
Okay, now let me tease you a bit. How was it like the day of the elections when the results were coming in?
Okay, it was a little bit scary because it wasn't what we expected.
Right.
The numbers did not come in, the way we expected it. Not just locally with the constituency, but nationally. So it was a bit heartbreaking, but we live to fight another day.
You live to fight another day. That's it. But what are some of the challenges you face as the wife of a politician? That you're an astute politician by your own right. You also know, but what are some of the challenges that you face that you wish can change?
That can change.
Okay, not can change. Let's look at some of the challenges.
I think I have to just train my mind to see problems. I'm always looking out for opportunities.
When you have a woman who is an entrepreneur, a serial one, and a politician, of course. No, there's nothing like a challenge. It is an opportunity.
The moment where your stories go out, I always say that when you assume certain roles, you cease to be human. And so nobody expects you to make mistakes.
Right.
So where your mistakes, which is not new in our human institutions, becomes new and something that shouldn't have occurred. Just because you're a politician, it becomes a bit too much to take.
Right.
The backlash from the citizens or people who are not so for you. Those ones sometimes come as a blow. But as we said, it's a human institution. So sometimes these things are bound to happen. You can't let it break you. So far as you understand the system, you're able to move. And for me, my background as a psychologist as well, I have trained myself not to be broken, to rather toughen yourself. If you understand the environment that you live in, things wouldn't really break you too much. Yes, you just understand and move on.
How was growing up for you? Because you seem to be really tough-minded.
It wasn't easy. Like I said, a family of 8 children. My dad was a worker at Forestry Commission. In fact, his whole working life was spent at Forestry Commission. And my mom, a petty trader. So we had to support in
Mhm.
terms of helping my mother to bring something to the table. So every day after school, I remember from about age 9 in Accra where we used to live, Adenta, where
Adenta.
we used to live.
Okay.
Age 9, I come back home and I need to go and sell. So I have sold cassava, plantain, anything in season. I used to go to Agbogboloshi at dawn, buy fruits, anything in season, because the capital wasn't much. If it's Christmas, a little provision on a head pan, and then you have to move around the vicinity, go to people's homes. And one interesting thing, working with my mother, there are no excuses. So whatever you carry to go and sell, you need to finish the whole thing on your pan
Before you come home.
before you come home. Because if you come home with anything, her what she would do is that she would cane you because you've gone to play, and you cannot really give any excuse. She feels, so she taught us to convince people to buy.
Right.
And like I said, she didn't have formal education, but these military training really taught us a lot. And it teaches you to smile to people, to convince people. So I did learn a lot. And I did this selling from 9 years till I finished secondary school.
Okay.
Every day after school.
Every day after school.
Every day after school, I have to go and sell. Come back home early, do my house chores. It was quite a lot of hard work. Yeah. To a point where I was even doubting she was my mother, biological mother. So I asked my father about who my real mother was, because I thought that the training was a bit too harsh. I mean, but I grew up and I appreciated her for that. Yeah. I lost her about 5 years ago.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
Amen.
But I'm sure she saw you blossom into this amazing woman.
She did. And I always appreciated her for that. I actually made her feel that the training she put us through was very good. Yeah. So it wasn't a rich home, but it was rich with training, it was rich with a lot of things to experience.
Is that how you learned your negotiating skills?
I think so. She was a very tough woman. Yeah.
You said you are 8 children. So how many boys and how many girls?
4 boys, 4 girls.
Just like me. Just like us. We also 4 boys, 4 girls. You know. But are they all around?
2 in the UK, 6 are here.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the bond like?
Very strong. 5 of us are very tight. In fact, I would say we are all very, very close. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the other things that you do. Do you still run the house help agency?
No,
the domestic help.
It's a facility management company now. Okay. So we give cleaners to facilities, landscapers and all. So we don't do the recruitment anymore.
You don't do the recruitment, and why did you stop?
I think as you run, like you said, serial entrepreneur. So you're doing multiple things. And then based on the growth rates of some of them, you decide to shut down and then focus on the ones that are doing well.
Okay. Yeah. Mary, let's go through the things you do now. Okay. So you're an entrepreneur. You run the school.
Okay.
You have the facility management.
Yes. Those 2 are the focus now.
Okay.
I have the catering.
Yeah. You have the catering.
Yes, I have a catering business, and that feeds the school.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And then?
And the foundation.
And the foundation.
Yes, so far.
All right. So I'm sure some of you are wondering, whose wife is this? Whose wife is it? Well, her name is Mrs. Mary Anani Ewuku. Guess. If you can't guess, I will lash you. We'll take a break. We'll be back. But before we go again, I say thank you to Venat Mineral Water, Beagle Drains, House of Food, Auntie Vera and the team. We are so, so grateful to you. Yep Cleaning Services, who make sure our environment is clean all the time. E-Garden for a beautiful natural plants all the time. I mean, I love plants. I love plants everywhere. You know, my house is like a forest, but it's like that. I love plants. So thank you so much. We also grateful to Juice Time from the farm to the factory to the bottle to the shop. They do it all. And again, I say thank you to Amazing Grace Enterprise for my fabric. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get a bit more deeper. Welcome back to TSP with me, Gifty Anti. Thank you to Wefrin Poma for my outfit. The guy said it's a balloon dress, you know. Yes, so it's a balloon dress. We call it a balloon dress. Thank you so much. Makeup by The Glow Bar, Beat, Twinny Craft, Hair, Auntie Alice. Thank you so much to you. And of course, Sigma Health and Beauty for the makeup products. My guest is Mrs. Mary Anani Ewuku, proprietress of the name of the school?
Brain Hill
Brain
International
Hill
School.
International School at East Legon. Brain Hill International School, one of the fastest growing international schools in the East Legon, enclave. There are a number of schools there. She is a former lecturer, once a lecturer, always a lecturer. She is an entrepreneur. She is a mother. She's a wife and a politician in her own right. So, Mary, what are you doing with the politics that you do? Now that you've become a wife of a politician, a frontliner politician, what are you doing with your politics?
So I think there were some negotiations that one has to calm down, because if we both go into it, there might be too much for the family. So I moved to business.
And so you actually had that conversation?
Yes, we did. Yes, because I've been a student leader all my life, like I said, right from JHS to university.
Right.
Yeah.
And you had that conversation, that I'll allow you to go once I handle the business aspect of it. But, hey, he helped you win the Volta Hall. So you also help him win the MP-ship.
Yeah.
And then what is to come? Shelby, no answer before people start doing things. But what is your passion? What drives you?
I love to make an impact, and I love to see people succeed, especially women. And with my position as Volta Hall president, I was working mainly with women.
Yeah.
And through that, we were able to do so much for the hall. Even after I've gone back in less than a year to erect some canopies where they wash, I'm always concerned about them. And that has...
You went back to
Volta Hall less than a year.
To erase canopies for them?
Yes. Canopies
to raise canopies for them.
Yes.
Where they wash.
Yes.
Wow.
Because there was too much sun. Yes. In that area.
Do people know that you did that?
The host, yes. Those in the hall, they know.
They know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're talking about what drives you,
because of this great passion and wanting to even impact more, I have a foundation called Yes, She Can.
Right.
Because I believe in the power that women have.
Right.
And all they need is just some motivation and inspiration to do more. And the Yes, She Can Foundation organizes seminars in the universities on International Women's Day.
Right.
Every International Women's Day. We've done one at UPSA campus, University of Ghana campus, where we put together these women on this great day.
Right.
And we bring resource persons to talk to them, inspire them, share their stories with them, and let them know it is possible. Whatever dream they have, aspirations they have, knowing that these women have done it before, they have that motivation to move on.
Right.
Some of us didn't get the opportunity to meet great women like yourself one-on-one, but we watch the stories on TV and we get inspired.
Right.
Some people want to meet these great women, and that is the platform you create for them. The foundation also supports people with some illnesses. We've had surgeries for some of them, some with very huge breast conditions, and we have had surgeries for them. Some with business. We've set some women up with businesses for them to be able to take care of their children.
Right.
So we've done quite a lot of work with the foundation.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll ask you a question that the Queen Mother in Mankesim, Nana Emisa, asked me, what have you done in your hometown?
Not yet. Not yet, but I believe we can do a lot. And that is why I went out there to set up the foundation.
Okay.
I believe that with the strength of several forces coming to support the foundation, we can really go far.
You teachment, yeah.
We can, yes.
You have plans for them?
Yes, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Do you know that they sit there in the watch and say, yeah, no. And now we neni. And now yeah, when you chrome.
We'll go and do it.
You go and do it.
Yes.
What are the next steps for you? How do you envisage the next 5 years for you?
With the business, I believe we can make bigger impacts, and I'm just hoping that Brain Hill would grow even bigger, not just within East Legon. We'll get into different parts of the country.
Okay.
Because I believe that international education, yes, it's very expensive, but it should be able to meet the needs of Ghanaians.
Right.
It shouldn't just, because most of the prices or fees being charged by some international schools cannot be afforded by Ghanaians.
Right.
And that is one thing that Brain Hill has come to break. The fees of Brain Hill is very affordable. It is an international school with almost 20 nationalities, but the greater population are Ghanaian families.
Okay.
And this is because the fees caters for, what Ghanaians can afford. So we are hoping to expand and take this even outside Accra to different parts of the country to be able to provide a very good educational system for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think are some of the common challenges of women in business or female entrepreneurs?
Most of the people I speak with, because I do consulting for business people as well, is finance. How they can get money to start the great idea they know they have. And I always say, let's start small. You might not have a huge capital. When I started the school, I had just 2 children. Now we have grown to over 700 children.
You started the school with the two
children. Your children, my own children. It took a while to get a 3rd student, but I believed in what I was selling, and I knew it was going to go out there and get the numbers we wanted. So I believe in starting small. We started in a 3-bedroom facility. Now we have 2 campuses on the Boundary Road that accommodates about 700 plus students.
Do you do boarding too?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. Okay. Our boarding campus is coming up soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So finance but you believe that there's no need to wait till you have enough, but you can start.
You can start small. You need to speak to the right people to get the right advice, because mentorship is also key. I love it when young people say they want to start their own business, but what I always say is you need to learn.
Yeah.
I worked with Zenith Bank for a while and learned a few things with them, even though I had gotten a lot of training from my mother.
Okay.
Growing up, but I still believe that there were some formal things that I had to be taught. So I believe that if you want to start something, get a mentor. It avoids a lot of mistakes,
right?
Because you get to speak to somebody who is already in the industry or is already running some form of business, who would have some advice to help prevent so many mistakes. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
How is motherhood for you?
It's beautiful, and I pray every aspiring mother gets the opportunity to hold a child. It's beautiful. I have 3 daughters and a lovely boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mommy's boy. you saw how she paused it, and a lovely boy.
Yeah, because I waited for a long time to get him. Yeah.
So how old is your oldest?
10.
10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're all in the school.
They are all in the school. Yeah.
What do they make of the life that their parents have?
They find it interesting and challenging. When I go on these foundation trips, I go with them.
Okay.
The seminars and donations. I go with the girls, and they love to see the impacts that their mother is making.
Awesome.
And because I got to learn a lot watching my mother and being part of what she was doing, I do that with my children as well.
Wow.
So that they are not too different. Like I said, even with the constituency, we have had engagements where they are present. And it's good they get to know what their father is doing or what their mother is doing. Because someday they will take over from us.
Yeah.
So it's better to train them yourself.
Do you anticipate any of them following their father's footsteps?
I see one of them. Yes. Loving it. Yeah. There was a time the father was going around greeting people at a function, and she held the father's hand and said she would also greet them.
Yeah, that's
so,
all.
So I think they enjoy it, at least for now. We see
that it runs in the blood.
Yeah.
Both the mother and the father are politicians.
Yeah.
Women empowerment has become, something that is quite common. Everybody seems to be getting involved, but we still see a kind of one step forward, two steps back, where there are things where, abuse is still ongoing, and domestic violence, sexual harassment. What kind of policy do you have in your school when it comes to sexual harassment and abuse?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, I have a background in psychology, my first degree. I have an MPhil in psychology, and I'm currently a PhD student in psychology. So my school has a clinical psychology unit.
Mary, how do you get time to do all this? You have an MPhil,
an MBA,
an MBA in psychology.
Yeah.
And
no, an MPhil.
You have an MPhil in psychology,
an MBA in entrepreneurship,
an MBA in entrepreneurship, and you are doing your PhD
in psychology.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at her smiling, looking at me innocently. Wow.
Yeah, we've been working.
You've been working, girl. You've been working. Yes, please continue.
Yeah, there are a lot of times that people go through a lot of emotional challenges that they are not able to voice out. So what we have done at Brain Hill is we've given them a voice, where we have 2 clinical psychologists in a department we call Wellness and Counseling Units. So we don't just wait for the problems to occur before we find solutions to them. We teach wellness as a subject. So where you are taught how to even identify a psychological problem, whether at home or in the class. Because we believe for you to be able to be academically sound, to study hard, come out with good grades, you need a very calm and great environment psychologically, emotionally, and even physically. So these psychologists teach the subjects, prepare you for what is even ahead. So issues of bullying, issues of abuse, whether verbal, physical, it doesn't happen at Brain Hill. We have punitive measures that we also put in place to ensure that teachers don't also do anything like that. When you come in as a parent, student, teacher, we take you through orientation, so you know what our likes and dislikes are, what our work ethics are. And so you don't just come in and do whatever you like and get away with it. So we are very strict on that.
That's amazing to know. So you have a policy, and not just the policy, but you're working towards that to make sure you give the necessary support. Mary, if there's a young person watching you today and said, this woman is such a lady, she's calm, collected, but she is a goal getter, she's an achiever, she is, a woman on the move, what do you want to say to this child to let her know that yes, you don't have to have a certain kind of image or character or appearance to be able to achieve your dream?
I think we should all dream big. Even from a very poor home, I had very big dreams. It would surprise you, I went into secondary school. Then we were paying school fees without knowing how I was going to pay the school fees. So yes, I got my admission. I went to the school. My name was on the board. And It took a while to even get my prospectus together because funding to get it was a bit difficult. My dad had come home for pension just at the time I finished junior high. And so...
Yeah, so you also a pension baby. We have so much in common. Yeah.
So we went round his friends' homes to find out those who had completed and had chobox, just a box. We had to go and borrow it. And it took a while. So by the time I got just a few things together to go to school, my mates had started school about a month or two into the term. And I got there, the prospectus, the items on it, it still wasn't up to. But when the seniors saw me tearing, they asked me to go put my things down and go to class. I'm saying this because regardless of the situation, the circumstance, you can still push yourself. Some people would give up entirely and say there is no funds. Right. But I took a bold step of faith to go and try to see if I would get a chance to. Mm-hmm. I had not paid my fees, and I went in there with prayers for God to open doors for me to get the funds to pay. Right. Fortunately, that very term, Red Church, and I went back almost 20 years ago to say a big thank you to them. They came in to sponsor needy but brilliant students. Wow. So we were at assembly that morning, the very first term where I went in with just prayers and not fees. They came in there, they told the story of the foundation they have, and fortunately it still exists today. Wow. They're taking care of university students now since SHS is free. Free, right. So they came in there, told their story. I put up my hand that I was needy but brilliant, and through the processes I went through, I qualified as one of their what do we call it? Beneficiaries. Beneficiaries of their sponsorship foundation. After secondary school, you would ask, then how did you get into the university? Because there was still no funds. My dad was even more of a pensioner at that time. So I was a cleaner in a school. And I always say that when I look back, this was after SS was 2004, was when I finished SHS. So just about 21 years ago. I was a cleaner in a school, and today I have a cleaning company in a school. It's so ironic being a cleaner of a school. God works in mysterious ways. But I did this cleaning because I still had a dream to continue education. And even though there was no money after Red Church taking care of the SHS education, I still felt I could do it. So I took a job as a cleaner in a school to save money to buy university forms. Right. I went into university and I was selling used clothes and shoes. And out of that, on campus, out of that, I was saving bit by bit to be able to cater for my fees. And I was a pitcher, so I didn't have a bed, or I could not afford a bed. You have traveled a journey. Yes. Wow. Yes. And through that, because of hardship, I contested for a pageant because I saw 1,000 Ghana cedis, a laptop, some furniture. The prices were very attractive. And for someone from a very poor home, I didn't see it as a beauty pageant, but an opportunity to make the money to cater for myself on campus. And by the grace of God, because I needed the funds, the prayers I added to the catwalking, I won. Girl! You know, so I was Miss Legon 2006. I got some funds. And then through the winning of the pageant, I got a free bed from the hall. And then it helped me to, it even exposed me and helped me to get the Volta Hall president as well. So I got a lot of exposure. I built a very strong network. So like I'm saying, you have to be strong. You need to push yourself. You might not always get the help from parents because I didn't get much from parents in terms of financial support. Right. You have to persevere. You don't give up. Pick up challenges and move yourself. Because when your parents give birth to you at a point, you begin to live. Yeah. You begin to survive. And you can't always be dependent. Because your parents, I always say, can be very rich. Yeah. But God forbid, should they lose your life, you are alone. You're alone. You are alone. Wow. You know, my father used to say, Ejuma biya ejuma. Yeah. Yeah. Once you apply diligence and hard work, you to take care of yourself. Yeah. Wow. The cleaner who became
Miss Legon.
Exactly.
Miss
Exactly. Yeah.
Legon, 2006.
Yeah.
But everybody thought that, hey, go away from it. They don't know that it was a prize. You had your
I
eye
was just
on the
surprised.
ball. How
Yeah.
did that change your life?
The exposure and
No, not just that, but you as a person, how
Mhm.
did it change your perspective, your dream, your drive, and position you to chase your dream? Did you even have that dream of becoming the Volta Hopper before you went for the pageant and getting that exposure?
so the pageant was for the financial support.
Yes.
And the Volta Hall presidency was for the impacts that I always
Yes.
felt like
But
making.
what I'm saying is, before the pageant, did you have that dream to become the Volta Hall president?
Yes, because I came in from secondary school as an SRC secretary.
Okay.
And so I always wanted to be a student
To
leader.
continue
Yeah,
that.
so I continued with it. I was working with the then my predecessors for 2 years before I became president. And then the year before I worked with them, putting posters around with them, whole week activities. I was always with them. As I said, the type that always loved to work.
That's Honorable Sami Uku. Know that you've made a very great sacrifice by putting your political ambition aside for him. Does he know?
Let's tell him.
Girl, does he know?
He knows.
Because the politics in there has been, and it's been like consistent. And at a time, you just have to say, okay, for the sake of the married, for the home, for the children, and everything you hold dear, I am putting my political ambition on the hold. Because my husband also has political ambition too.
Yeah. He knows me. And
does he know he has to pacify you for that?
Big time.
Yeah, big sis, man, in Kojima. You know that it had to take 17 years of the standby before you come. So the standby is 17 years. What have you got to say to us?
I would say a big thank you to you. And as I said, some of us didn't get the opportunity early in life, but I watch you. I watched you when I was young. You are one of the women that really inspired us to keep pushing. And some of us have reached where we are because of women like you. You might not know every heart you have touched, but you have touched millions of hearts. So I pray for long life for you to do more. Long life in good health to do more and continue to impact several generations yet unborn.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll come visiting Brain
Hill.
Brain Hill. Well, why did you give it that name?
Okay, so we develop bright minds, and I believe that with education, every parent is looking at how we can develop the brain of a child.
Okay.
So it is a brain on a hill.
Yeah.
So it's a brain that you see everywhere.
Shining.
When light is on a hill, it's the brightest. Yeah.
Well, let me say thank you to Mrs. Mariana Newuku once again. She is an entrepreneur. She is a mother. She's a politician, in her own right, married to a politician. And she's a woman on the go to ensure that other women do not go through what she went through, the journey she tried, make it a bit easier, especially for younger women. We do have a lot of women who we need to project and celebrate to encourage women to know that somebody did it. They can also do it. Once again, we say thank you to all our sponsors, Vena Mineral Water, Beagle Drink, Juice Time, Antivera, and the family. Mrs. Oforipoko, we are so grateful to all of you. I'll be back with a bit of me.